Hello everyone, this is Professor Eskew. I just wanted to take a couple minutes and go over our syllabus together for this intersession period. This is Business 119, Business Communications, so you can see in the course. And over here is your 5-digit CRN. That's important. I'd appreciate if you email me. I'm teaching a couple sessions of this class. So if you would hit me up with the CRN and the subject line as well as the business communication, that would be real helpful to me. So here's some information for you. Here's how to get a hold of me. If you need to get a hold of me, email is the best way. And then if we need to do a teleconference, I'm more than happy to do that, and we can do that through Zoom. So you can do that on your telephone, or you can do it on your laptop or your PC. And it doesn't matter if you have a camera or not. If you do, it's great because we can see each other, but it is not necessary. So I don't have any formal office hours, but as you will see, I check. I'm constantly watching, and I have my email hooked up to my phone, so I'm pretty responsive to your questions or comments or concerns. Okay, want to go down here. And please read all of this. And if you have any questions, contact me. So here is the textbook that we're going to be using. It is a Pearson textbook, and I do require my BCom lab. So all of your homework, your dynamic studying modules, which is really some video and some reading on the chapters, and your quizzes are all in my BCom lab. So you can do several different options. You can get the hard copy of the textbook, and with the hard copy comes the access code to my BCom lab, or you can just get the access code, and the ebook will come with the access code. Totally up to you, whichever you feel is best. You can do that. It's available through the Mesa bookstore. You can also get, it's actually cheaper. If you want to get the hard copy and the access code, it is cheaper than going through Pearson directly. But the important thing is you need the access code, okay? Also, let me let you know that you'll need to register through my BCom lab as soon as possible, because you have assignments due in my BCom lab the very first week. So the good news is that Pearson gives you a 2-week free trial period, and there is instructions out on Blackboard on how to register and how to access that free trial period. So use that free trial period so that you can make sure that you're getting your work completed. And since it's available, you should have no reason not to use it. Okay? Here's some information if this is the first time that you are on an online class. Just some links to make sure that you're okay and you've got everything ready to complete the work. Okay? Next thing I'm sure everybody has questions on is the grading scale and distribution. So here is what we're going to be doing together. There is a little assignment called Getting Started with My BCom Lab. Even if you have used my lab in the past, please complete this assignment because it has 10 points assigned to it. So you should be able to go through it rather quickly. But I want everybody comfortable on using my BCom lab. Then you will have 14, we're going to use 14 chapters in the textbook, and you will have dynamic study modules. So you will have one for every chapter. Those are 10 points. Homework, so you'll either have simulations or document makeovers where their document will be there. You'll have to find either errors or improve the document either through vocabulary or terminology or phrasing, or you'll have video homeworks. So there is 8 of those, so you'll have 2 homework assignments each week. And then there are chapter quizzes. There's one for every chapter, and those are worth 25 points. You have 1 discussion board. That's an introductory discussion board where you'll go out to the discussion and introduce yourself, and then you'll come back in and you will respond to 3 of your classmates' posts for 20. And then you have 1 project, which is a preparation for employment project, and that's a whopping 200 points. So there's a total 880 points. Here is the grading scale. Please note that I do not round percentages in the class, so if you end up with 89.99, you're going to get a B. And the reason I do that is because Mesa College or San Diego Community College District does not do plus or minuses in the grades, so there is a 10 percentage point gap between each grade. So you have 10 percentage points to get the grade. So it's because it's so wide, I don't round because it's really unfair to those people that get solid grades, scores and points in the grade range, okay? All assignments will be due at 11:59 p.m. And please know that that is San Diego Community College Systems 11:59, not necessarily your PC clock, okay? So please be aware of that and be mindful of that. So you don't want to wait till the last minute, start doing all of these assignments, and then come back and say, hey, my system says it's 11:45. This goes based on San Diego Community College's internal clock, okay? So here's a description of all of the assignments. So there's my BCom lab, the dynamic study modules. The homework, please note that you're allowed, under the dynamic study modules, you're allowed 2 attempts per question. Under the homework, you're allowed 2 attempts per assignment. Quizzes, you are allowed 2 attempts per quiz. There is no time limit on the quizzes. There are 25 questions, and so you have plenty of time to take those quizzes. But notice on every one of those assignments that I do not reopen. So if you miss the due date, you miss the due date. I don't reopen them. So make sure you've got a whole week to get them accomplished, with the exception of the first week. The first week's kind of short because we don't start till Wednesday and your assignments are due on Sunday. So make sure that you get on top of it on week 1. Your discussion board, I talked to you about that earlier. So week 1, you'll go in and you'll make your initial post responding to a few prompts to introduce yourself to the class. And then the next week, you'll come back and you'll respond to 3 of your classmates, okay? The preparation for employment project, we will actually have a separate video to go over that because it's pretty lengthy. It's got 7 points that need to be accomplished in it. Extra credit, don't expect any in this class since it's only 4 weeks. We really don't have time for that. If you get all of your work done, I've set the class up. You've got 2 attempts on every assignment. So if you are timely and you can do the 2 attempts, you should do fine in this class grade-wise, okay? Let's see what other information we got. Here are some due dates that you need to be aware of. I'll let you read those. Attendance is you completing your assignments. So because this is 4 weeks, week 1, you need to get in there and do your some assignments. If you don't do them, I have no choice. It is district policy to drop you from the class. Help desk information, some other services. Here's the last thing I want to show you. So here's the tentative schedule. The tentative schedule tells you for each week what you need to do. So it'll tell you what chapters to read, what homework to do, what quizzes to do, if there's dynamic study modules, which there are to do. The first 2 weeks, you notice, are in yellow and discussion board. Weeks 2 and 3 are your projects, so you'll get introduced to the project in week 2. It needs to be completed in week 3. So that is the syllabus in a nutshell. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me either by email, and if you need to talk to me about it, that's great. We can set up a Zoom. So I hope this helped you, and we will see you later in class. Take good care.